Hello and welcome to another episode of the Veterans Corner. My name's Chuck Woodin. I'm here with Donna Dunyan, my co-host.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah, it's, we'll let the viewers know. It's been about 2 months since we've been here taping. So this might be a little rusty, but we're going to have fun.
Yeah, we wanted to take the summer off.
Yeah, and this is, we're going to tape a couple special shows and then we'll be back full tilt in the fall. So we do have the women from the auxiliary of the American Legion, Unit 209. I should know all that, and it's just I've made sure I said it right. To my right, we got Tanya Carr Lawrenson. She is the unit president. We have Jane Wright off to Donna's left. She is the vice president of Unit 209. And we got Claire Gagnon, who's in the middle, and she is the treasurer from Unit 209. Where are you guys located?
We're located in Forestville, Connecticut, and we work out of the Gloria Day Church, which is on Camp Street in Bristol. And we usually end up meeting on the third Monday of every month. When we meet, except for July and August, we take summers off too. Yeah. So we like to do that. And it's usually at 7 o'clock.
Nice. Nice. We're going to repeat that over and over again so the viewers know. This not only is in the Farmington Valley area, this goes out on YouTube.
Statewide?
Nationwide.
Wow. Cool.
And we do have communities actually in Pennsylvania and other communities that watch this show.
Yep.
That's exciting.
So,
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, this show is what we were just talking a moment ago, 300 and
Something.
This is 16, I think. 316.
316?
Yeah, 316 episodes since 2013. Tanya, let's start with you. For those that aren't familiar with the American Legion Auxiliary, can you bring them up to date? What is that? What do you guys do?
So we are the American Legion Auxiliary, Post Unit 209. And what we do is we're one of the largest organizations for being patriotic service for veterans and in the world, actually. One of the things that we do is we were first established after the Great War had ended, and it was about a year later after the American Legion set up their unit.
1919.
Yes.
I remember that.
Yep.
For the viewers that don't know, I was heavily involved at one point.
You were there? I thought you were going to say you were there. Well, yeah.
Talk to you later. Vitamins, a lot of running, take care of myself. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What else would you want?
Yeah, just is there anything else that the viewers should know about auxiliary?
The things we do, yep. We what had happened after the American Legion started about a year later, the wives decided they also wanted to do something, which is why they started the auxiliary. And their sole purpose, or the main purpose, was to support the American Legion. Yep. So in doing so, we do things, all kinds of fundraisers, which I can mention more about later. But one of the things that was the main reason was we wanted to honor the sacrifice of those who had served in the Great War. So in doing that, we support veterans, we support the active military, we support the family members, and we also do the community. We do a lot of community work too.
If I remember right, which I'm almost positive I do, well, for this one topic, Donna's looking at me, yeah, okay, sure, Chuck. You are a completely separate organization.
Yes.
From the American Legion.
Yes, we are.
Yes. I know when the American Legion got their charter, you guys followed was a year afterwards.
About a year after, yep.
One thing that folks don't know is that if an American Legion post dissolves and they lose their charter, you need the American Legion to develop, to become and get your charter.
Absolutely.
Right.
But if that Legion post dissolves, you guys continue. They don't,
yes, we do.
but you guys do. Mm-hmm. Once you've got the green light and you're up and running, you're an entity among yourself.
Correct.
A lot of people I don't think realize that.
No, I don't think so.
But,
Tanya, who can specifically join the auxiliary?
So that would be people who would be able to qualify through a family member who had served in the had served in any of the wars from. Want the dates? I can give you the whole dates.
No, you don't have to give it.
there's so many.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah, there is absolutely. So for members, they would have to be going through a family member who could qualify
To be a Legionnaire.
to be a Legionnaire,
Okay.
or would have been able to qualify if they had passed away, anything
Okay.
like that. So you're talking the mothers, the grandmothers, the granddaughters, siblings, adopted and direct descendants of any of the veterans. Am I missing anything? Oh, spouses. Yes, now we have spouses. So there's that too. So any female veteran, their spouse can also be a member as well.
It opened up to male
And female.
females.
Yes, absolutely. And fun fact, we're one of the few, I should say, I shouldn't say only, one of the few units to have a male auxiliary member because his wife had served. She's a veteran. Yeah. Pretty proud of that.
I'm surprised it's taken this long. Because women have been serving, active duty on the front lines for decades, actually.
Yep.
Since 2001, and so it's just a matter of. I think it was just that nobody wanted to step forward and join the auxiliary. I'm just guessing. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
It could be a stigma, absolutely, but I remember one time many years ago going on a date, and I had told them I was active in, the auxiliary, and they ended up telling me that, oh, that's for old people. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
because we're not going to match very well.
Yeah, it's hard because a lot of those organizations, the American Legion, the VFWs, they all have a certain stigma
Yeah.
attached to them that
That's not true.
the older veterans sitting around the bar.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's refreshing to have younger auxiliary units come up, because then that means potentially there's younger Legionnaires that are being
Absolutely.
active as well.
Yeah.
When I was involved with the Legion on the district level and all that, and every time we do a show involving the Legion or the VFW or DAV, we always throw this out there. The viewers need to know that these veteran service organizations are not bars. They do wonderful things for the community. They do wonderful things for the veteran community. We can't say this enough when we have the platform to say so.
Yeah.
That these organizations are not bars. Granted, they may have a bar at their post. That's to support the building.
Mm-hmm.
And with that building, the mission of the Legion and the auxiliary and the riders and the sons can go forward. Yeah. So I figured I'd throw that out there.
Always throw it in there. I did have one question about membership, and it's been something that's been rattling around in my brain. Mm-hmm. How many generations removed?
Three
generations?
So it would be the mothers and grandmothers.
Yeah.
And it could go to the daughters, and it can go to the granddaughters.
Okay.
So you're three, right? Am I counting? Four?
Yeah. So like if I use my dad as an example, it would be my mom as a spouse, me as a daughter, and then my daughter as a granddaughter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, or the other way if it was the grandmother.
Yeah, going back up.
Yeah, you can go the other direction too.
Now, because you guys know, with the Veteran Strong Community Center, I get calls all the time, and it's like, well, my great-grandfather, and I'm trying to get into the auxiliary or to the I'm like, or the Sons of the Legionnaires. Right. I'm like, I don't know how many generations removed
just
you
the
can do that for the admission.
Right. And yeah, it's a really good organization. I love it. Yep. I got in it for my own personal reasons, but I really enjoy it. And
well, that's another thing.
That's a good segue.
We were going to sit there and talk about that. And we were going to do that in the very beginning, but we kind of let's jump on that now. Yep. Why don't we talk about why you guys joined? What made you join? Tanya.
Okay, so in my situation. In my case, all my family lives away. They live all in Florida. I'm up here by myself with my 2 kids, type of thing. So I had decided I wanted to do something to help veterans. I originally started with another organization that I was helping. I was writing and sending products to deployed soldiers, and they would run usually between 9 months and 12 months at a time. That particular program I was working with had closed, and once it had closed, I still wanted to help. I still wanted to do more, so I decided to do it more on a local level. So that's how I got involved with the Unit 209. I was really happy that the Unit 209 doesn't have a bar. We're considered a dry post and a dry unit. We work out of a church, so I love that fact. I didn't have to worry about the bar scene, you know. Not that I'm against it. I just didn't, didn't want to
It doesn't fit all.
Especially when you're
of the
single,
veteran community.
It wasn't a really good thing.
No. It's we can get into that, but the reason why 209, I have an insight on this. The reason why 209 was formed was because of that very reason.
Yeah.
A lot of the local American Legions, they did have bars, and I served as a commander in one of them for 3 years. And after talking to a lot of the veterans in the community, there was many of them that sat there and said, I don't want to join because of the bar.
That's sad. It doesn't have to be that way.
Well, a lot of the veterans, especially the newer generation, or the younger guys and gals, they're not into the drinking like the older veterans.
Right. Yeah.
It's a generational thing.
Oh, absolutely. My father, he loved going to the American Legion. He was a member of American Legion. And as a kid, I remember every time we went to the grocery store, there would be the red poppies out on the table, and he'd always make sure he gave me the $1 to go put in for to support the veterans. So he taught me that from I was probably 5. I was putting the money in there. So it was a very important thing to me.
Well, one thing as somebody that was a district commander for a year and traveling throughout the section of the state, was you'd sit there and tell the old timers, you need to think outside the box.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with the auxiliary. You need to, what worked last month, last year, yesterday, it's not going to work today. And they're not, our veterans, the veteran community isn't drinking like they used to. Yeah. There's too many ramifications of getting caught, leaving, with driving away.
Absolutely.
So that's why posts like 209, the auxiliary, that's why they were formed. Yeah. But we're getting off track here. But you know what? It's informative. I mean, it's good to get out there. Claire.
Yeah.
So my husband, Ron, was one of the first members in the Legion Post, and he really enjoyed it. And so I decided that I would like to join the auxiliary. Ron was treasurer for the first few years. And when I joined, within a month or 2, I took over the treasurer position as well. So we were both treasurers at the same time. But I have enjoyed it, and we've made many friends, and it's just such a good organization. And to the bar topic, I know that the bars bring in a lot of revenue for these organizations. So the fundraisers for us are really important because we don't have that extra revenue coming in.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here and what we're talking about tonight.
See?
So my husband was working with a guy in central U.S. and he was talking about going to an American Legion, and John pursued it and said, well, why don't we find out what's happening about American Legion, how we can join. So there was one down the street from us, but their main, I was there on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They only open up on weekends for bingo. And bingo wasn't really my thing. So I found another another unit in town that I joined. I was able to join through my father, who's a veteran. And when he passed away, I'm here under his DD-214 and under his eligibility. And I'm proud to be an American Legion Auxiliary member. You know,
There's a lot of pride and camaraderie,
yes,
you
there
know,
is.
in these
Absolutely.
organizations. Like you said, Claire, we were here to talk about, especially one fundraiser. You know, any organization, especially those that don't have bars, they rely on fundraising.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how they get their funds to complete their mission. You guys have a big fundraiser coming up. Jane, can you tell us about the red, white, and blue fundraiser?
Yes, it's a dinner and live music event being sponsored by the American Legion Auxiliary, Unit 209. It's open to the public. It's held Friday, August 1st from 6 to 9 at the Manor Inn in Southington. Guests will enjoy delicious meal, company, good friends, and a special performance by local blues legend Aaron Troy Danner. Aaron Troy Danner and his band started in 1989, and recently, last month, they won the 2025 Connecticut Blues Society Band Challenge, and now are being headed to Memphis to participate in the National Blues Challenge. So we're very excited for them. He does a variety of events. He's played at over 120 locations, restaurants.
I've seen it many
Locations.
times. Top notch.
Yes.
Top notch.
I'm very
Yes.
anxious to go see
too.
him.
And
One of the
he's
best.
very, very, very busy. But a lot of times he plays solo. With our event, he's playing with a couple members of
trio.
his
Yeah,
bands. Yes,
right.
the trio.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
We're very excited. It's the biggest fundraiser, and we're excited to have him aboard.
Now, I know we'll get into the process of tickets and all that, but I was going to ask you a question, and I just went. Donna, go ahead.
What's the fundraiser going to sponsor and help with?
Every dollar raised goes to help our veterans, anything to support them and their families. It includes care packages, scholarships, community outreach, and assistance when a veteran is transitioning back into community. This event will help us to provide more services to the veterans.
Good.
And how can people purchase tickets, or if they want to find out more about the event?
They can contact any of the auxiliary members, or they can email alactunit209@gmail.com. We welcome donations of any size. Every little bit makes a difference.
It was ALA,
ALACT
CT.
unit 209@gmail.com.
Okay.
So when you go to that email, you'll see the link to order tickets.
Okay.
And we accept, we'll walk you through that.
Yeah. Now, do you guys have a web page?
We do. If you go on to the post.
The post?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then when you're on the post, there'll be a little block that says for the
Okay.
auxiliary. Is
And
on
that
there.
do you know that
And we're
one
on
offhand?
Facebook as well.
What's that one off?
Oh, offhand. I don't remember.
Just,
So
just
it's
all
I
you
think
need to
if
do
you
is
look under
search.
American Legion, I Googled this recently. So American Legion Post 209 Connecticut. It's important to put Connecticut in there because there is another post out in Colorado or something. So if you put Connecticut in there, you'll get to the right spot. We should mention a couple other things that we do besides this one event. You know,
Yeah.
We've done
Well,
so many.
Yep.
Actually, we had a few
Yep,
questions.
I have
for Claire.
that.
Can you give us some examples of what your fundraiser efforts have supported in the past?
Absolutely.
And in the future?
Right. So events like the Red, White, and Blue fundraiser really help us to give back to our veterans and the community. And we've done many things in the past, and we're hoping to do a lot more going forward. That's why we're doing such a large fundraiser, because we really wanted to do more.
Yes.
I jotted down some things that we have done that are the highlights. We've donated items such as puzzles, toothpaste, toothbrushes, pajamas, blankets, coats to the Rocky Hill Veterans Home. We have shipped 6 care packages overseas with food and hygiene to an overseas veteran for her and her unit. Every year we sponsor a high school senior for Girls State. Girls State is a week-long event where they go away and the girls learn the political process, and they actually elect officials and have a mock government.
I've seen that.
It's good for the girls that are interested in politics, you know, going forward. We've donated free gifts for Christmas shops so that the veterans in the homes can pick out gifts for their family members free of charge. We've donated cash for bingo at the Rocky Hill facility so the veterans can win cash prizes. And we've worked there, and that was a lot of fun.
It's rewarding.
Too.
I've
was
done that
very
at least
nice.
a dozen times.
I would like to do that again. We've donated cash to help veterans and their families. In one instance, there was a house fire and they lost everything. And we had a veteran that had cancer. So we've donated money, we've donated items to help them get back on their feet. We've purchased clothes and donated to Prudence Crandall, which is an organization for domestic abuse. And we've purchased Christmas gifts for children to help families that needed some financial help so that their children have gifts under the tree. I mean, these are some of the highlights, but when we hear that somebody's in need, we're there to help.
I can tell the viewers that the auxiliary, not only at the local level, the unit, but at the department level, meaning the state level, have done tremendous things for our veteran community. You mentioned the Rocky Hill Veterans Home. I've in the past, I've been up there a lot, and what you guys have done up there over the years is I can't find words to describe the good that you guys have done as an organization. So
one of the touching things that we do annually is we get the Legion and the auxiliary together, and we go into the veterans' homes and we do Christmas caroling. And we actually go into their rooms and talk to them, and they're just all smiles, and that is very rewarding.
well, a lot of these veterans have been forgotten. And when they see you guys walk in there,
They feel important.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it leaves a lasting mark on them.
I know from Veteran Strong Community Center, anytime we've had a need that we couldn't meet between the post and the unit, you guys have helped out tremendously. So it's the camaraderie of helping all the other agencies as well,
Right.
too. That is wonderful.
We're all working for the same
That's it.
benefit.
We work closely with the American Legion.
Yes, we do. We do a lot of fundraisers, a lot of support with them. Some of the things.
We've got 2 minutes left.
Okay.
It goes by fast.
It does.
It goes by real fast, but we do want to get out some important information.
Yes.
Like, Claire, how can someone get involved or help support Unit 209?
Come support our events and share our events on social media. It's all over social media and Facebook. And reach out if you'd like to join or volunteer. We're always looking for new members, and any donations go a long way to help. And if you have any questions, you can call me at 860-324-6577 or email us at alactunit209@gmail.com.
Okay, that's these go by so fast.
See, we told you guys.
That really did go
45-minute
fast.
segments.
It goes by.
They used to be 30 minutes, which it went by fast.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you.
Well, thank you for having
Thank you
us.
for
Thank you so
returning.
much.
And
Thank
it
you
was
for
great to
having
see
us.
you two here
Wonderful.
for the first
Thank you.
time.
This was a great experience.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've seen all you guys. It was great to see you.
It was good to see
Thank
you.
to see you too.
So, and I hope in the future, to have you guys back.
That'd be
Give us some
great.
updates.
Yes.
Yes.
That'd be
Not
great.
only on the local level, but the department level, state level. So with that said, anything else? I think we pretty much
We covered it.
covered it all. Great organization. If you qualify, to join, look them up. Great organization. With that being said, that's all the time we have. We got summer is approaching in a few days, I think a week or so.
It feels like summer out there already.
Yeah,
but
today it
90.
does.
yeah.
We'll see you guys in the fall. Have a great summer.
Yeah. Have a good
Great
summer.
and safe summer. With that being said, thanks for watching. See you next time on the Veterans Corner.
Nick Augustino right here at the East Side Restaurant. We always have the complete full dinner menu. Knockwurst, bratwurst, sauerbraten, potato pancakes, red cabbage, rice pudding, cream pies, all the desserts that Germany had to offer. I always do something different. Yes, I do. I brought seafood to the beer garden at the East Side Restaurant. East Side Restaurant, your German destination restaurant in Connecticut. Tiki-taka, hoy, hoy, hoy!